one of my favorite matches was Athena versus Jody Threat, and I've got a Jody Threat sticker on my back. I don't know if you've got heat
Jody's
with Jody
great.
Threat. Do you have heat with Jody? I hope you don't have heat with Jody, but
oh my God, no, Jody, she's one. I think she's my favorite. So I love her. I love her as a person.
I'll put my LuFisto decal next to my Jody Threat decal on my car. But like what was interesting was the match was getting real brutal, and the crowd was starting to kind of rally behind Jody Threat. And up to this point, Athena had been a babyface, a clear babyface wrestler. She was feuding with Jay, and then she read the crowd immediately and started doing heelish things in the ring, and immediately was really playing up this more brutal character. And to me, I thought that was tremendous because, I thought that's exactly what you're talking about. You're placing the show above your own ego, and to kind of, I don't know, maybe not. Okay.
No.
All right.
I know what happened in that match, and it's not
okay
for me to say, but I'm glad it came out that way for wrestling fans, though, because it
okay.
That helps my business, but
here's my thing. My experienced, unprofessional, just eating Cheetos, watching TV, going, oh, this, because I'm a huge Jody Threat fan. But yeah, if you know more info, I defer to you. It came across that way. Maybe it wasn't supposed to go that way, but I was very it looked pretty brutal, and maybe that's
in the end, if it gave you some love for Jody, I think that's what matters, because she has been a constant professional in that situation with what happened. That's all what I'm going to say.
Okay.
So that she got another fan, and that she got more love, and now she's with Impact Wrestling.
Yes.
Really, that's all positive. So in the end, I mean, it's a good thing. You know what? Because right now she's in a place where she told me they treat her well. So you know what? Good, because Jody deserves it. She's hardworking, and most of all, she's a good human being.
Well, let's get to this. This is a great example, and it's not always sinister, because I didn't come at that last comment with any malicious. This was what my perspective.
Oh, I know.
And I know you know that too. No, but I'm using this as example that how many experts there are in the business and social media that have not only never set foot in a ring, but have no connect, like the armchair bookers, the armchair, wrestlers that comment, and they know what's going on. Trust their sources, trustmebro.com, or they don't really understand. And it's was it Winston Churchill said that a lie can make it halfway around the world before the truth gets its pants on. And now with the internet, it makes it all the way around the world, and people make up their mind without even trying to hear the truth.
Yeah.
How do you feel like social media has a net positive, or do you think that we need some more critical thinking, or is this getting out of control?
We need more research, because a lot of people would judge without knowing, or with having just a little bit of information, when sometimes you need a little bit more. It's funny because when the whole problem with AEW happened with me, where all I did was answer a fan that had a sign that says "Book women better," and I just replied, you know what? If you want to book your women better, maybe the ones at the top should get out of the booking and get someone really in charge. Basically, I didn't say it that way, but that was what my comment meant. So, and after we're like, oh, name names, blah, blah, blah. And I got super, so I was like, I told the whole story of what happened when I got there. And I knew there would be repercussions, but what really triggered everybody going nuts online was when MJF went online and said I was a nobody and I didn't do anything for wrestling. And basically I was a miserable, delusional human being. And I've met him twice, maybe at a show.
Yeah.
And he was always polite, very nice. But from that moment on, I had death threats. I was a nobody, and people were constantly harassing me on all my social medias, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, like everywhere, from that simple comment, because he has the reach online to, to get these reactions, or these people react to whatever. And the funny thing that happened is, as much as I got like negative out of it, there's a lot of people starting looking around my name. It's like, okay, so you fought the law for women's right in professional wrestling. Yeah. Oh, you're the first one who did actually, you're one of the first ones who actually fought for women's right to wrestle the guys, and you were the first woman to hold CZW gold, the first woman to be a king of the death matches, the first woman to be in a cage of death, the first woman. So it kept adding. Yeah. And you're like, oh, you're in the Hall of Fame of this company, this. I'm like, well, so you're not a nobody like he says. It's just that people don't go around and look for information, because unfortunately there's a lot of things that happen in wrestling that if it's not on TV on a major network, people don't know about it. Yeah. But it happened. So it doesn't mean you're nobody because you did not do it on a program. It's like, oh, you've never been signed, so you're a piece of shit. Yeah, but I've never been signed because I was the girl doing hardcore, and it was bad for TV. I was too violent, bad for TV. Doing wrestling guys, bad for TV. A little too thick. No, we want models, bad for TV. So for all these, like, my timing has been terrible for wrestling. I was doing all that when people seen as wrong. Now it's things that are applauded by the public. But back then it's like, yeah, I was, pushing very hard, too hard, in a generation that was not ready for it, but somebody had to make, the first steps. Yeah. And I mean, with me came Mickey Knuckles, when people like Mercedes Martinez, where, yes, with the whole Shimmer thing now, where women had their own promotions. Then Shine happened, and Beyond Wrestling did a lot for intergender wrestling, where people like, I'm thinking Kimberly, now Masha, all wrestling guys and girls equally. But yeah, it's just a little bit, I did all that way before it was acceptable, I would say.
Hey, everybody. Always remember, you are not alone. Catch full episodes every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.